I actually been knew that word, Bangla, Bangladesh, Bangladesh. That's a nation of people, and I was just curious about thick beards, and you know what I'm saying. A person that has thick beard, eyelashes, and I was just curious. You know what I'm saying? It says many nations have populations with men who grew thick, wide beards, including those from Indian, such as Indian, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan, where genetics and culture significance are strong factors. Other cultures with a strong tradition of braids, including some Mediterranean population, Greeks, Italians, and certain Eastern European groups, and some in Latin America, due to a mix of genetics and history. N- Nations with high blood destiny, Indian subconscious countries like Pakistan and Bangladesh consistently rank high for beard growth, where it is often a part of a culture and personal identity. Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, and Iran are often cited for the prominent beards, which can symbolize strength, wisdom, and cultural inheritance. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of culture and stuff. Eastern Europe, historically, beards hold significance in countries like Russia, where they were a I forgot what I was, where they were a symbol of piety, and masculinity. Mediterranean and Southern Europe population in countries like Greece and Italy are known for having thick facial hair. Latin America, due to Spanish ancestry, many men in Latin American countries such as Mexico, Mexico, Afghan, or no, excuse me, Argentina, and and Venezuela have a heritage of grown beards. Latin America, due to Spain. Okay, okay, yeah, okay. That's probably why we got. I know my beards are thick, and my hair on my head is very thick. You know what I'm saying? So, Bangladesh. I'm gonna say that's a group of people. I gotta find out how that word originated. Latin American. It says Mediterranean and Southern Europe population. That's white, so-called white men. Uh, Due to Spanish ancestry, many men in Latin American countries such as Spain, Mexico, Argentina, Venezuela have uh, a heritage of grown beards. Yeah, so that means like mixed of race. I'm just saying, just for the right, no such thing as mixed, y'all, what the father is. But you can inherit certain traits due to the mixing, if that would make sense. When you, uh, yeah, okay, let's go back over that again. Let's read this down here. Genet, genetics. A person's ability to grow a thick beard is heavily influenced by the genetics, cultures, and religious reasons. In many countries, beards are a symbol of masculinity, authorities, wisdom, and religious piety. A fashion and trade, beards are also a popular fashion choice in many parts of the world today, regardless of cultural backgrounds. Now let's go, let's jump back up. Eastern Europe. Historically, beards have a significance in countries like Russia, where they were a symbol of piety and masculinity. Okay, let's go up. Na- nations with high beard destinies. Indian subconscious cultures like Indian, Pakistan, Bangladesh consistently rank high for beard growth, where it is often a part of a cultural personality identity. Yeah. So, in other words, when you let's read that. Hopefully, y'all enjoy the video. Hosea 4, no, Hosea 8 and verse 8, I think. Hosea 7, Hosea chapter 7. Let's read verse 1. When I would have healed Israel, see, this is about Israel, then the iniquity of Ephraim was discovered, and the wickedness of Samaria, for they committed falsehood, and the thief cometh in, and the troops of robbers spoil without. That means them. And they considered not in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. Now their own doings have been have been have have beset them about. They are before my face. They make the king glad with their wickedness, and the princes with their lies. Let's skip and go to verse 8. Hosea chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim has mixed himself amongst the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Strangers have devoured his strength. That's the reason why I say we due to the fact that our forefathers and foremothers started mixing with the other nations and stuff. So that's why we probably inherit. That's why I feel like I inherited certain traits that I have. You know what I'm saying? So let's read it one more time. Hosea 7 and verse 8. Ephraim has mixed himself amongst the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Strangers have devoured his strength. So this you know who Ephraim is? Ephraim is the so-called Puerto Ricans. That's why you see a lot of Puerto Ricans. A lot of them look white. They act. That's why the Bible says in Hosea 7 and verse 8, Ephraim has mixed himself amongst the people. Ephraim, notice it says Ephraim is a cake not turned. That means if you put a pancake on the stove and you don't turn it over, one side will cook and the other side will be light. That's how it is with Puerto Ricans. You have a lot of Puerto Ricans that they look so white. They look so-called white. I mean, they look like they're, you know what I'm saying? They look like they're white. But when you look at Hosea 7 and 8, it says Ephraim has mixed himself amongst the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. See that? That means one side is brown and the other side will be light. And we have that with, you know what I'm saying? I'm about falling asleep up here, y'all. But Ephraim is a cake not turned. Strangers have devoured his strength. When you cook a pancake and you cook one side gonna be black and the other side gonna be real light. So that's how it is with the so-called Puerto Ricans. When you look at them, you think you're mistaken for a so-called white person, because the Bible says we not only mix with them, but we also uh, mingle amongst them too. And if you look at a lot of the Black Americans, a lot of our people has actually is hanging with them. We mixing ourselves amongst the nation, but we not supposed to be like them. So I'm gonna head up out of here, and I ain't gonna. We'll come back and we'll talk some more in the morning. So the bit, what I just called the video. I forgot. Then I forgot to put. Hold on. The B. I put G. I just realized that. I think. Yeah. Let me go back. Since I'm at the end of the video, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna change that word out right here. Right there. I got G. So I'm gonna have to change that out. So let me go back and change. How y'all doing? I had to go back and change the letter B right there. Bangladesh. Banger Dash. So that's the title of the video. Banger Dash. When you actually get off into it, watch the video or whatever, before you jump to conclusion, like what the hell is Bangladesh? Yeah. I actually been learned that word a couple of years ago. You know, yeah. But the video is entitled Bangladesh. That's it. All right, let me get up out of here.